Alright, remember when I told you guys I was going to wait for my car and my cousin to go to the shop and go do all this shit on the lift? Well, I got impatient. It's now Easter, so if any of you guys are watching today, happy Easter. Anyways, I got the car up. Luckily, it's not going to make a mess of the driveway. But I did figure out why my car wasn't running right, and I'm kind of upset that my mechanic didn't tell me. It's not a big deal. I just, like, if I didn't look under there and I didn't know what I was doing, I wouldn't know why my car is running right, and I would have had to take my car into the shop, and the mechanic probably would have charged me for this, because some of them, as you know, aren't very honest. Basically, he just left one of the O2 sensors plugged in, and it was a secondary one, so it was a reading. Basically, here, I'll show you where it is. You guys wouldn't believe that he just wrapped it up and didn't know that the car wouldn't run right if you did this. Let me get under here. Do you see this? I unplugged it, obviously, but he had it wrapped up, this plugged in, and it's just sensing a ton of air right here. So obviously my car's gonna run rich as fuck. Obviously, why it fucking shoots flames and pops anytime I do it, and it will bog down when I try to give it some gas. So this needs to be unplugged. I have two primaries already plugged in, one right there, one right there. So kind of upset that he left that plugged in, and I had to come in here and figure it out. Like I said, if you didn't know what you were talking about, or I didn't know anything about cars, I wouldn't have known why my car wasn't running right. Okay, now that that's unplugged, basically I just got to get this stuff put back on. I don't know if I'm going to put my tips back on. I might put them on later, but right now we're going to get that bad boy on, drop my phone, and I'm gonna go clear all the codes on my car and then see if it runs any better. So give me a second. Alright, just had to tighten down those metal clamps right here. But let's get you positioned. Set. Basically I gotta put the hangers back in. So you got two of these, doesn't matter which side they go on. Morning. And bada bing, bada boom. Tighten those. Okay. Should straighten itself out. Okay. Oh, is this the wrong size? Oh shit, I'm using the wrong size. Alright, note to self, 13 sometimes feels like a 14. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have a really hard time getting these on? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one hanging so I can get one side in. I'll just screw it in a couple times so it has some wiggle room. And then now, down there, we just have to clamp that stuff, and then we'll take this for a test drive. Okay, second thought, I had to undo them. So then I basically just slid them on, hooked them back up, and now I'm going to go position those, because this seems a little bit off, so I'm gonna go hook those up and then come back here and then tighten these ones up real quick. Okay. Now, all I gotta do is slide this bitch. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way because we're gonna have to do some fine tuning on it. But just enough to hold it in place. No. Jesus Christ. I think I like dragged the tip on this one or something. Just gotta get it positioned where I want it to be. And if you guys ever have a clamp-on exhaust, I would recommend, I don't really care, like small leaks, but if you don't want an exhaust leak at all, get that copper RTV, place it on the outside like lip, and then when you clamp it down, it usually won't leak. But I don't really mind. It's not really like that big of a deal when these leaks happen. But you know, just if you're like that, you can. All right, last one. The nice thing about these clamps is when everything gets all put together, it centers everything. So like if it's slipped off a little bit, it centers it. It's really nice. I like these clamps a lot, and I would recommend if you can get them like this. Okay, now let's go down to the bottom and fix those ones. So I tightened them. It was a little hard. It seems to be the exhaust is pulling this way, so maybe I shouldn't have tightened that one so early and then tighten this one just equally. But it seems to be fine. It might be off just a tad bit, which doesn't really bother me. So, wow. I didn't have these on that long that spiders started making their webs in them. Damn. Alright. All we gotta do is tighten these two ones, and then I'll start her up, and then hopefully we'll clear the codes real quick with that handheld SCT, whatever it's called, device I have. And hopefully that code disappears, because now that both the primaries are on. Oh, never mind. I can see as I tighten this one up, every click it's going over just a little bit, so that's good. But yeah, hopefully those codes go away, and then all right, I'll tighten this one up off camera, and then we'll get in the car and go clear those codes. All right, now we can drop the car. So, ow, holy shit. Okay, that bush has thorns and it pokes me in the ass. That fucking hurt. Alright, let's get this shit out of the way. Stay, bitch. Alright. So now, if you guys ever have any problems with your car, I would highly recommend this device. It helps out a lot. It reads all your codes. So you plug it into your OBD2 port. If I can find it, there it is. Turn on the car, don't start it. I gotta update it, but we don't need that for right now. Go to vehicle functions, read DCT codes. So pretty much it's this code on the bottom. This one. So basically it didn't tell me what it was. Usually engine starter performance. I don't have an AC, so that doesn't matter. So basically what we want to do is we want to go to exit, clear DCT codes, turn on. So basically it's going to clear all the codes from my computer, and hopefully when I turn it back on, I don't think the mechanic did it, so because obviously he worked on my starter. Okay, it's done. Off, and let's start it. Obviously it's starting up on the E85. I haven't driven it that much. Waiting for a code to pop up. Give it a second. There we go, sounds good. See if I put it back in park, it'll die. That's where it should be idling. Alright, so basically I gotta get this bad tank of gas out. Obviously we're under a little half. I gotta go drive it around and get it filled up. So I'll either put this in the video or I'm gonna put some polls in the video, so just give me a second. Alright, good news, bad news. Good news, car runs a little bit better. Now that I put a brand new tank at E85, I drove it about 40 miles, went up and down a couple of streets on PCH. But now we're gonna make sure there's no codes popping up, and hopefully, so if that was the problem, what I gotta do is I probably have to lock out that O2 sensor in the tune, because otherwise that thing's gonna keep throwing us problems. Alright, so bad news, it showed back up. So let's plug it in real quick. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, it's still that one. So apparently when I googled it, it says it's the upstream one on bank 2. So I don't know if that's the primary on the right side, because upstream I'm guessing means up, and 2 I would be you count this way, 1, 2, so I would guess this side would be 1, this side would be 2. I don't know. The other code, so engine starter performance went away, that's cool, but yeah, I could tell when I was full throttling it, it didn't want to give it all that it had. Also, this thing is now reading -17, so I do not know if that's a bad thing. But otherwise, it's idling way better than it was after I unplugged it. So maybe I just got to plug it in and maybe wrap it. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm not going to drive it too much because I don't want to fuck things up. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.